everyone, it's time for another spooky video. I guess you would consider this a spooky video. This topic doesn't really scare me as much as it comforts me, and that is the ghost cat video. So I have another ghost cat update for you guys, and I would like to say before I start that I would never lie or make up anything that I mentioned to you guys on a video. Everything that I tell you is 100% the full, authentic truth, so you can take that how you will. Here are some updates of my kitties that have passed on. And if you haven't seen any of my other ghost cat videos, I will leave them down in the description so you can go check them out. I believe that this was the night right before Thanksgiving of this year, and I was sitting on my couch. I was getting ready to Skype with my friend Tiffany, and my parents had just left for work. I believe it was around like 5 in the afternoon, and it was kind of dark in our living room. There was probably like, I want to say at least like 2 lights on, but they were kind of like far away behind the coffee table. I thought that I seen Tigger. And it wasn't just a thought, like I did see Tigger, but it didn't seem like it was his spirit. Like it felt like he was actually there. It looked like he was actually standing there, his physical body. And I was just sitting there staring at it for at least like a minute or two, and all of a sudden he just disappeared. But he was sitting there staring at me, looking right in my eyes. It was crazy because afterwards I was just sitting there thinking, like, did I really see that, or am I imagining this in my head? And I'm not saying that like everything that I tell you guys is paranormal. Some things could definitely be explainable, but I'm just telling you guys what I believe is maybe paranormal, or you know, stuff that's just kind of strange that, you know, I thought was interesting enough to share with you guys. But I definitely believe that whenever I see my cats that I'm actually seeing them. I don't think that I'm seeing things. I don't think I'm imagining things. I think that I'm really seeing their spirit in my home. We have a room that we used to keep Tigger in, and he would stay in there of the night, and he would set up on the tote box that my mom has in there, and he would sleep up there. Well, sometimes when you would walk through the hallway, you would see him out of the corner of your eye sitting on top of the tote box. Since he's passed on, my mom will still leave the door open in that room. When I'm walking by, sometimes I can see him out of the corner of my eye on top of the tote box. And I know that that sounds crazy, but like, I always see them doing stuff that they did whenever they were alive. So I don't know if this is residual energy or if they're intelligent. I want to say they're residual, but at the same time I want to say they're intelligent, because it seems like they know what's going on. Like, they know that they're here. They acknowledge me. They know that I'm here. I don't know, but at the same time they're still doing the stuff that they used to do when they were living, so I don't really know. And then I believe it was on Christmas morning, which was yesterday. I was sitting by the Christmas tree and we were opening up presents. I thought I seen him sitting on the edge of my parents' bed looking over at me, and that kind of brought a smile to my face. I mean, there's been a few things that have happened that I forgot to write down that I don't really remember now, but if I remember them, I'll probably leave them in like a separate video. But I've also seen Booger a few times since she's passed on as well. I see her all the time. Like, it's crazy. Ever since she passed away, like, I see her all the time in my house. I think the other day I actually seen her at the food dish and the water dish. I see her around that area all the time, and I also see her on the carpet. She'll always be sitting there. And I thought I seen her the other day. There was another thing. I thought I seen her the other day underneath my mom's legs, because my mom was sitting on her couch and she had her legs on our coffee table, and like right underneath her legs I thought that I seen Booger standing right there. Walk around the corner of the couch, and if she wanted your attention or she wanted you to pet her, or she would put her paw up and she would just kind of like dab, like trying to get your attention, like pat you on the shoulder, like, hey, pet me, I'm here, I want your attention. And it was the cutest thing in the world, and I feel like that's what she was going to do. I think that I have seen her a few times actually looking up at my mom of the corner of the couch, like doing that little thing that she used to, I mean, I didn't see her doing it, but like I seen her sitting there like she was getting ready to do it. Like, And then my other cat, Midnight. I believe it was the night of Christmas Eve, and my mom was laying down. She was getting ready to go to bed, and I seen a black cat laying beside her. If you hear snoring, I'm very sorry. My cat Carla snores a lot, and it's really loud, and there's nothing I can do about it, so yeah. But I seen a black cat laying there beside her on the bed, and I thought that it was my cat, Wubsy, because I have another black cat who's still living. And I looked again. After turning my head, the black cat was gone. And I looked over, and my cat Wubsy was sitting underneath the dining room chair. He had not moved. That was not him that I seen. So I walked into our kitchen because we were having water problems recently, and I had to brush my teeth and wash my face in the kitchen. I know that sounds gross. When I got done, I was carrying my stuff to my room, and it was dark in our living room because it was getting late and my parents were going to sleep. And I thought that I had seen Midnight again, standing at the edge of our coffee table, and she was looking up at me, and she had her bright yellow eyes, like, looking directly into mine. And I thought, once again, you know, it's Wubsy standing there staring at me, because he does that all the time. And I looked over once again. Wubsy's still sitting underneath the dining room chair, and that figure is gone. And so my dad was feeding her, and my two cats, Cuddles and Wubsy, like to come over and like bum food off of my dad. My dad just got finished feeding my cat Duchess, and she had jumped down because she was done, and I believe that my dad was putting Wubsy up on the counter, or Wubsy was sitting on the floor. I can't remember. But anyway, I thought that I had seen a black cat sitting there on the floor. I don't think Wubsy, I remember looking around and Wubsy was not in the kitchen. This was kind of a little bit back there, like a couple months ago or a couple weeks ago, so I can't fully remember because I didn't write it down. But it's kind of like slowly coming back to my memory. I think that it walked a little further, and then I thought I seen it staring at me again with its yellow eyes, and I thought that I seen Tigger sitting on our couch the other day with my mom. It was last night, actually. I thought I seen him sitting on the couch next to my mom. He was like her tail, like he stayed with her 24/7. If she walked through the hallway and went to the bathroom, he would follow her right behind her into the bathroom. And then another thing which I kind of find strange, I don't remember if I mentioned it in my last ghost cat video or not. I believe that I did, but I don't know for sure, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But I also see a like tan collared cat sometimes, and I know that it's not Booger, and I know that it's not any of my other cats who have passed on. And I used to have this cat, well, it wasn't really my cat, it was my grandparents' cat, and I would go over and I would play with her and I would feed her and stuff, and I was actually the one who named her, and I named her Lucky. And I love that cat. I pretty much considered her my first cat because that was the first cat I can ever remember like falling in love with and playing with and, you know, giving love and affection. I don't know if it's her or not, but it kind of reminds me of her because it kind of looks like my cat Duchess. And sometimes out of the corner of my eye, I'll see that cat. And it doesn't look like any of my other cats, and I believe that it's Lucky. Well, the other day when I was making my spooky video for the week, I went into my living room and I decided I was going to make it in front of the Christmas tree. And that was the whole Christmas decoration spooky story that I made. And I set my chair down, and it was dark, and I went to go turn the light on, and I had made like a little noise. Right beside the dining room table is our cat's cat tree, and no cat was in the cat tree at the time. I made a little noise when I turned on the light, and it was like that tan cat was laying in the cat tree, and when I had made the noise, it had like woke up and turned its head around and looked at me. At first I thought it was maybe Rocco, because Rocco will also lay in the cat tree, but he was laying on the couch at the time, or on the bed, I can't remember, one of the two. And I also see that cat all the time, like, I mean, sometimes I'll see it like out of the corner of my eye. I'll look over and I think that Dutchie is sitting on the counter, you know, wanting to be fed, because she'll do that with my full front vision, and she's not there, she's in another room. And so yeah, those were all of the times that I've seen my cat since the last time that I made one of these videos. It kind of seems like a bit much when I come on here and I make these videos all the time for you guys. I feel like the more that you share your paranormal experiences, or the less that people will believe you. But like I said, I would never lie or make up any of this stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and become a morbid maniac. And I'll see you guys in my next video.
And we have a house. Duh, we have a house. Breaking news, Morbid Melanie has a house.